Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaka Amano and I'm an etiquette and lifestyle educator. Today we're going to be talking about something that I've already talked about before in my blog on my website. So if you ever get the chance, you should actually go look for the article because there's a part 1 and there's a part 2, and this video is going to kind of be like a continuation of that. So it's sort of a part 3 to that, and the name of the article is How to Look Expensive Without Breaking the Bank. So I'm going to have a link to those articles in my description box, so just go look for it, okay? Because this video will kind of make more sense to you that way. So in the first article, what I talked about was mostly related to fashion and style and things like that, but this particular video is going to be more focused on things that are less tangible, okay? So they're not going to be focused mostly on the material things, although there will be a few things that would, that are more material than not. Okay, so the first thing is so I would want to title this video How to Exude Wealth, how to be more cultured, how to look more expensive. So the three of them are kind of tied together, because if you exude wealth, then it's assumed that you're cultured, and if you're cultured, then people assume that you're wealthy. So the three are linked together. The first tip for you ladies is to read. Okay, reading is one of those dying practices. People don't read anymore, and it's just sad because there's just only a section of the world that a lot of us would get to travel in our lifetimes. But if you read, and you read broadly, then you would be the most traveled person in the world, because reading kind of broadens your perspective, it broadens your knowledge, it broadens your culture, it broadens everything about you, and reading makes you more knowledgeable. The more knowledgeable you are, the more respect people accord you, and the more people want to listen to you. And all these things are qualities that they attach to wealthy people. Okay, so it's almost like your influence is increased by your level of knowledge, and the only way to expand your knowledge is by reading. So you don't only have to read things that are educative. You can, I believe everything is educative, even fictional things, but I feel that anything you read educates you on one topic or the other, and these are the things that you could apply in your day-to-day conversations with people and even your day-to-day life. So read, ladies, read. The second tip is to find more ways to be unique. Okay, so there's something about being unique that, aside the fact that it helps you stand out, there's something about it that people attribute to wealth. There's this saying that, there's a difference between rich people and wealthy people. Sometimes people refer to rich people as new money and wealthy people as old money. I don't know what that is about, but I can tell you one thing for sure, and I feel that being wealthy goes beyond what you have in your bank account. I think that wealth is a state of being, it's a state of the mind. It's a way that you choose to live. It's not necessarily about how much you have to spend, okay? The same way there are people who are actually rich, they have a lot of money, but then they have something we call poverty mentality. They find it difficult to actually imbibe some of these practices and lifestyles that wealth should infuse into you. So you can be wealthy without being rich. Well, in a manner of speaking, more like. Going back to my point, find ways to be unique. So it could be something about your fashion or your style. It could be your haircut. You could find a very simple haircut that makes you stand out because you're not doing too much. Home decor, for instance, you could opt for a different, not non-generic type of home decor. It could be anything really, or it could be everything. You could find ways to be unique in everything. But the key is to try not to go overboard, because then you would go from being unique to being just plain weird, okay? So just try to keep that balance. There is also this thing that about having a queer knick-knack. It doesn't even have to be queer, just something that people tend to associate with you. So when they see that thing or when they think about it, the first person that comes to mind is you. So it could be a habit, right? It could be something that you collect. It could be something that you enjoy and you do often. It could be a hobby, right, that you have cultivated over time. So for me, mine is, everybody knows that I'm a tea lover and that I'm a wine lover. These things are they're not queer, but because I have taken it as a hobby and kind of invested in it, it has sort of become associated with me. And that's the way it should be with you, whatever you decide to be your knick-knack. Something that people can think about and they just think about you, okay? So look for something that would be associated with you. The next tip, ladies, is to broaden your palate. Broaden your cuisine, the cuisines that you enjoy. When you go out to eat, don't always order the same things, okay? In fact, I challenge you to stay away from rice, swallow, and, well, the regular type of pasta. Try to expand, try something new each time you go out, okay? Look for something that you've never had before and order it. And, you know, even if you don't enjoy it that first time, some things are acquired tastes. So it could be something that you have to give like another try, or that you could, I don't know, over time begin to enjoy. So just try to expand your palate. And this doesn't always have to be applied when you're out. You could also do it in the comfort of your home. Try new recipes. I'm sorry, that's tautology, try. But, you know, try new recipes, try new drinks, try new ingredients, try new spices, try new original food or ethnic food that, you know, isn't your cultural food. You could try, I don't know, Indian food if you haven't tried it before. You could try Italian food, like a proper Italian recipe. You could find them online. The good thing about the day and age that we live in is that everything is available at your fingertips. So you can really just Google recipes and they would show up on your screen. And all you have to do is go out and source the ingredients and make them. So try something new today. Or maybe tomorrow, because today is probably, not gonna work. Next is try to expand your routine to include practices that are associated with wealthy people. For instance, well, this is a weird example because it was really funny to me at the time, but right now that I'm thinking about it and actually having to talk to different people, I realize how maybe not so weird it is after all. I was once in the company of a couple of people, and one of them was talking about how, you know, the things that she does that helps her stay sane. Okay, so she mentioned exercise, she mentioned meditation, and someone was like, meditation as in you sit and then you're all like, was it this or this, namaste, whatever it is. She found it hard to believe that people actually practice meditation. And for other people, this is something that is part of their everyday lifestyle. But to her, it was like something that you only see in movies or something that you only read about in books. So if it's something that you feel that is out of reach for you, maybe it's because you associate it with wealthy people or with people who are affluent in one way or the other. So try to look for these practices because a lot of them actually help you be more cultured. They help you to become a better person. They help to keep you sane. They help you enjoy the little things of life, the little joys in life, you know, and they just give you a little bit of joie de vivre. That's French for joy of living, I think. I hope I said it right. But yeah, that's the point. Just look for these little things that infuse bits of joy and bits of peace in your life. The next tip is one of my favorite tips, and it's to learn something that kind of sets you apart, okay? So, and when I say learn, I don't mean that you have to go to school for it. You could, you know, learn it on YouTube or take a course on it on one of these free course sites. But, you know, just invest in learning something that sets you apart. So for people who are looking to be more feminine, it could be learning floral arrangements, it could be learning dining table landscaping or table landscaping. I think that's the term for it. You know, basically how to set tables in a more professional way, learning an exotic language, or learning art, like not necessarily how to create art, but how to appreciate art. You can learn about different artists, how to identify originals, you know, just learn something that will set you apart, because once you're one of the few people who have that knowledge, you would find that when people have questions about these things, they look for you. And again, that ties to the first point about reading, you know, and broadening your knowledge, expanding your horizon. So yeah, learn something that sets you apart. Following from this, I would also want to say that you shouldn't be scared to invest in the best or the near best thing, the near best things or equipments that would help you in practicing these things that you've learned. So it could be signing up for or registering at a club, an art club, where you have access to viewing a lot of original art. It could also be, I don't know, signing up for floral deliveries, right? Yeah. It could be, I don't know, just anything. It could be buying books or equipment, whatever it is that would help you practice these things that you've learned. Do not be scared to invest in it, because at the end of the day, these are the things. Learning theoretically is one thing, learning practically is the best thing. So try to put into practice the things that you learn, and that way they never actually leave you. Final point is, or my final tip is, to take the time to do things properly. Pay attention to detail. Don't do anything in a very shabby way. Even if it means you taking all the time in the world to execute a particular task, it doesn't matter. Just take your time and pay attention to detail. You might not think that it matters, but it does. And you know, people could think you're extra, but in actual fact, that extraness is what sets you apart from every Tom, Dick, and Harry, okay? So just pay attention to detail. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope that you put into practice a few of the things that you learned. If you learned something new, or if you're looking to try one of the tips that I just gave, let me know in the comments which one you'll be practicing soon. And don't forget to like this video, to share it with your friends, and to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video.